Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith, and if it is your first time watching, you are most definitely welcome. So today I'm going to show you my go-to matte foundation routine. Basically what I'm going to show you is how I prep my skin, to how I lay foundation, then how I set my makeup. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before applying your makeup, it is important that you prep your skin. I normally prepare mine by cleansing, toning, and moisturizing. I have already cleansed my skin with the Garnier Deep Cleansing Lotion, and I've also toned using apple cider vinegar. So what I'm doing now here, I'm just applying vitamin C serum. Vitamin C is great in protecting your skin from damage, especially the sun rays. It is also an antioxidant. So what that means is that it naturally helps your skin to strengthen and also repels things that could damage it. What else? Vitamin C's are acidic. What that means is that they get rid of dead cells from your skin, leaving it brighter and smoother. Actually, my skin has improved greatly since I included this serum into my skincare routine. I think I should do a video on my skincare routine and show you guys how bad my skin used to be before I started taking care of it religiously. So what I'm doing here, I will just massage it into. After applying the serum, I will then moisturize my skin. It is important to moisturize your skin whether you have an oily skin or a dry skin or combination skin. Applying makeup without moisturizing your face will make your skin look dehydrated, and we don't want that. So for people with oily skin, it is advised that you use gel moisturizers instead of the cream moisturizer. So for me, moisturizing does two important things for me. First, it soothes my skin surface for even foundation application, and I think it also helps my makeup stay on longer. It also hydrates my skin underneath my makeup, and it will make my skin look less dull. If you apply foundation without on a dry skin, your makeup will look cakey. Trust me. For primer today, I'm using the Zaron Oil Block Mattifier. I couldn't find my makeup primer, which would have been more ideal for an even more matte finish. But again, I also felt that I had neglected this Zaron primer for so long. So that's why I'm using it today. So what I'm doing is I'm applying it on areas that I tend to produce a lot of oil. So that's on my cheeks, on my nose, and on my forehead. This primer is suitable for people with oily and combination skin because it control excess oil secretion, and it will give you a shine-free matte finish. Then I am going to apply powder before my foundation. This method will work well, uh, particularly for people with oily skin. My skin is very oily. So you can either apply it all over your face or just in the areas that tend to get oily. You may also want to let the powder sit on for a few minutes, the same way you do when baking. This will ensure that you get the most out of the loose powder when it comes to absorbing excess oil in your skin. The powder will also help in filling the pores to give your skin a smooth finish. Uh, you will also notice that when you apply your foundation, you will get more coverage using less product, less foundation. When it comes to foundation, cream or liquid foundations work best. because application will be super smooth on top of the loose powder. So I normally apply using a damp beauty blender. I prefer liquid foundation, so today I mixed two. I mixed Maybelline Superstay foundation with your True Shade foundation. Maybelline is full coverage and it is also lightweight, but I bought the wrong shade, which was a bit lighter than my skin tone. So on the other hand, your True Shade foundation is also matte and works very well. It glides onto the skin, giving you a flawless matte finish that will last you the whole day. The only thing about this your True Shade foundation is that it is medium coverage, which I really don't mind. But today I was in the mood for full coverage foundation. So I'm going to apply it all over my face using my beauty blender. So as you can see, I'm just tapping the foundation in. This beauty blender was kind of hard to use because it was new. So at some point I had to switch on to an old beauty blender. Then to highlight my face, I'm going to use Elegal Pro Conceal in the shade Toffee. The foundation that I applied already uh, provides a base to like blend the concealer for a perfect amount of coverage. So after applying my concealer, I will use a brush or a beauty blender to press the product onto the skin, or rather tap it onto the skin. So to apply my concealer, I normally draw a triangle from one end of the eye to the other, bringing the pointed part towards my cheeks or towards my nose. Um, it is normally advised that you tap the concealer using your brush or your hands, but I normally find myself dragging it. I don't know why, but it works for me. So if you have dark spots on your face, you can apply the concealer before foundation to cover the spots. I have also applied the concealer on my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, and around my mouth. Basically, the areas that you get black circles. So, to blend the concealer, I'm going to start with the edges and move towards the inner part. I'll be doing this so that it's not obvious. There's no obvious change in the skin tone. You want your concealer to blend in smoothly. So I'm going to begin with the edges and move towards the inner part of the eye. And notice that I'm using the pointed part of the beauty blender so that the product gets to the corner parts, the inner parts of the eye. Also notice that I am using tapping motion. So I'm going to tap the product in, and I'm only going to do this on the areas that I highlighted. I'm not going to like drag the product all over my face. I'll be concentrating mainly on the areas that I highlighted, and I'm going to take my time to blend. To set my makeup, I'm going to use such a buttercup setting powder, and I'm going to set the areas that I highlighted. That is below my eyes, underneath my eyes, on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and around my mouth. And I'm just going to use a decent amount. Normally, some people say that you blow away some product, but for me, I use it generously. So this powder makes my skin texture seem finer because it makes my pores look smaller. When you set your makeup, uh, the setting powder also removes the stickiness created by the foundation and your concealer. And it is always important to use a setting powder that does not change the color of your foundation. So, yeah. So, to contour my face, I'm going to use powder contour instead of the cream or the dark foundations that I normally use. Um, our goal is to stay matte, to have a matte finish. That is why I'm using the powder. So I have a round face, and I'm going to begin by contouring my nose. As you can see, I have a very tiny nose, a tiny and flat nose, which is always very difficult to contour. So I'm going to contour my nose, my temples, um, my jawline, and I'm also going to contour the areas around my hairline. Um, I will leave the areas around my chin. I will not contour my chin. By doing this, this will make my face look longer. Generally, what contouring does is that it gives structure to your face. I will let my setting powder sit on my skin for a few minutes. Then, as we wait, I'm going to work on my eyes. So what I'm doing here is I'm prepping my eyelids using the Elegal Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Toffee, the same one that I used to conceal my face. So I'm going to apply it all over my lids. Today I want a very subtle look because we were mainly concentrating on the foundation. So I'm going to do a very simple eye look today. So once I have blended the concealer all over my eyelids, I'm then going to take my, which palette did I use? James Charles palette, and I'm going to use the brown shades. So I will start by applying the brown shade on the outer part of my eyes, and I'm going to use very light strokes, and I will do this in circular motion, um, heading towards the inner part of my eye. And as I do this, I will be comparing my two eyes to ensure that they twin. Rusungu kaput. To darken the outer part of my eye, I went ahead and took a darker brown eyeshadow and placed it at the outer corner of my eye. So as usual, I'm going to blend out the edges. I'm going to blend the brown shades and ensure that it has a smooth transition. Then I'm going to go on with a beige shade from the James Charles palette. So I'm going to take the beige shade and apply it on my lids. So I'm just going to tap it all over my lids. This is all I'm doing for my face today. We want the eye look to be as simple as possible. So I'm just going to tap in the product, then I will repeat the same process, or rather I will repeat the same procedure on the other side of the eye. But I will make sure I blend the eyeshadow nicely. I keep on changing the brushes to blend. Yeah. So I went ahead and finished my eye look off camera. I drew my liner and put on some eyelashes. So what I'm doing now is taking my Zaron palette and using it to dust off the setting powder from my face. So normally this Zaron powder doesn't have darker shades. So I'm in the market for a palette with dark shades. So if you know any, you can recommend. To set my face, I'm going to use Urban Decay this Sleek setting spray, and I'm going to spray all over my face to set my makeup. I'm literally going to bathe in this setting spray. Then I'll give it time to like dry, or rather sink in. Then I will go back with my brush, um, just to ensure that there are no patches on my face. So guys, yeah, this is how I do my foundation. That's my foundation routine. Hey guys, so this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly don't forget to subscribe, like, and let me know in the comment section below what kind of look you'd want me to create on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in my next video. Bye bye.